Hey there, YouTube. I sat down tonight and I started, picked up the guitar. For a little while I didn't even want to play it, but now I think I'm going to try something new. I've wanted to do this for a little while. Hopefully it turns out alright. I'm going to try and write a song in front of the camera, basically. Try and get it down as quick as possible and see if I can sort of demonstrate how easy it can be to write a song. Once you sort of practice it a little bit, it gets easier. So the first thing I'd start with generally is, I guess I've usually got some sort of concept or idea in my mind, what I'm writing about, even if it's right out there, a little bit strange, a little odd. I'm going to, it's a bit of a touchy subject, I guess. I'm going to write a song about the whole argument with atheists and, religious people. I don't like being called religious, but I've only accepted Jesus as my saviour for the last few years, and I'm still learning a lot about that, and that's a journey on its own. My music, on the other hand, has always sort of had some sort of undertones of, religion or faith or belief or, death and destruction, the end of the world, and it's always had an undertone of religion, I guess, even though I didn't realise that at the stage that I was writing it. I guess it was always my seeking God that brought that out in my songwriting. So, atheists. Alright, so here I go. What is it? Let's see how quick I can do this. 2 minutes into the video. Let's see if I can get some words down. Some more words that I use, I generalize a lot. So even though, and I might change this a lot through the song, that's sort of the process, is that you change. You always go back and change it, especially once I start picking up a guitar. And a lot of the times I'll write the music while I'm playing, and I might end up doing that too. So far, I've got even though you may not understand. The light that's seen isn't far offhand. Alright, I try not to rhyme too much, but that's sort of the idea of it as well. Isn't far offhand. So I'll probably come back and edit bits and pieces of this video so you don't have to put up with me just sitting here thinking. So what have I got? Even though you may not understand, the light that's seen isn't far off hand. Lost in yourself, there's no... Trying to say, lost in yourself. People can be so selfish when they don't give reverence to God. They think, in many ways that they're God, or, that's, all they are is here to live and not to, see a greater plan. Lost in yourself, there's no greater plan. There's too many rhymes, but that's alright. 4 words that rhyme. Okay. Even though you may not understand, the light that's seen isn't far off hand, lost in yourself. There's no greater plan for your life except certain death from the wars in our lands. Okay. When I write something down, when I write songs, I always write basic stuff. So I use a lot of open chords. I use a G, I use a C, a D, or a D minor, or an A, or an A minor, an E, or an E minor. I don't use the B flat very much, only because I'm lazy and don't like playing bar chords, and I like to keep my songs pretty simple. Some of the best songs are written with just a few chords. One of the most important things I find when you write a song is, what chord you actually start on. Whether or not that means that, you're in that key or something. I'm not much of a theoretical. I don't understand the theory of music very well. I should learn. I've got a parent of mine that's been a music teacher for over 40 years. You'd think I'd understand theory by now, but like I said, I play it for enjoyment and bring something out. Gee, time goes so quick. So I need to find a chord to start on. I always like the minor chords, even though they're sad. Most of my songs are sad. It's just the way that it is. Understand the light that's seen isn't far off hand, lost in yourself. There's no greater plan. Nah. Earlier tonight, I started with the D minor chord on a song. I really haven't written many songs starting like that. It's a beautiful chord. Allows me to try and bring my voice up a little bit as well. Not that I can do that well. Even though you may not understand, the light that's seen isn't far off hand. Even though you may not understand, the light that you see isn't. That's why the guitar's good. Pick that up and just mess around with it. Even though you may not understand what's within you, even though you may not understand, if you look within, you'll see it's all at hand now. One of the things you should notice there with what I just did, if you listen to this, even though you may not understand, if you look within, you'll see it's all at hand now. So it's like adding one extra word on the end of a line that you use on your chord change. Even though you may not understand, If you look within, you'll see it's all at hand now, lost within yourself. Okay, let's try. Even though you may not understand, if you look within, you see it's all at hand now. Lost within yourself, there is divinity. Even though you may not understand, if you look within, you see it's all at hand now. Lost within yourself, there is divinity. Love's meant to be something else. Even though you may not understand, if you look within, you'll see it's all at hand now. Lost within yourself, there is divinity. Life's meant to be something else, but your unwillingness to accept the reverence deserved for something greater than yourself. All of a sudden the song turns into something completely different to what I originally thought I would write. So that's sort of an idea of a verse straight away. I'll put my chords in so I understand what I'm looking at. No, it's just D minor and G, 2 chords. I always stick with sort of the same process. It's hard to break out of it once you've been writing like that for so long. You just sort of stick to what you know. Minor influence, I mean, I've always loved music, but I don't have many outside influences as far as other musicians that I'm around, apart from just listening to music and that. So I often get caught in my same old patterns and haven't really been tested much as far as writing with others. So let's try that. Even though you may not understand, if you look within, you see it's all at hand now. Lost within yourself, there is divinity. Life's meant to be something else, but your unwillingness to accept the reverence deserved for someone greater than yourself. Life is a mystery. There's probably a change there where I've got to come up with some sort of... I don't really write many choruses or anything like that. That's the basics of it, guys. I didn't want to make this video really long because people get bored if they want to, have to sit down and watch a video for 15 minutes. So the original video of this is about 16 minutes. When I edit it, it might be a little bit smaller. I mean, some of me just sitting down there and writing before I might get rid of. If not, I might just put it up raw. But I'll come back and I'll write the... Fuck it, I'll try and write a chorus now. I'll just edit the video later. Even though you may not understand, if you look within, you'll see it's all at hand now. Lost within yourself, there is divinity. Life's meant to be something else, but your unwillingness to accept the reverence deserved for someone greater than yourself. Life is a mystery. Yeah, it's already in a minor, so go to like an E minor. You think that nothing else exists, or you think what is it you think that beauty like this could exist? It's different. Let's see. Even though you may not understand, if you look within, you see it's all at hand now. Lost within yourself, there is divinity. Life's meant to be something else, but your unwillingness to accept the reverence deserved for someone greater than yourself. Life is a mystery. How could you think that beauty like this would exist without some greater force behind the magnificence? Could you think that beauty like this would exist without some greater force behind the magnificence? How could you think that beauty like this would exist without some greater force behind the magnificence? Without some... Could you think that beauty like this would exist without some greater force behind the magnificence? Without something that has it all planned out, how could you live? How could you live without? All right. I need another I'm gonna just quickly put this up at the end of the video. Just sort of a better sounding version. So what I've just written in the last, taken me 20 minutes. And I didn't have any ideas in my head except for I was sort of trying to get the message across to an atheist that God exists. And I wish sometimes that I could take my experiences and put them in an atheist's head and let them decide for themselves whether or not, God exists. But I can't do that. It's up to each and our own to realize, I guess, that there's some greater force that works within all of us. So I'll put that up, and yeah, that's sort of how I write songs. Sometimes they just come, sometimes they're easy, sometimes I just got no idea how to play. I'm pretty happy with what I came up with in just 20 minutes. Give it another few hours and I'd have a full song. So enjoy the little video that I have on the end here. That's all I got so far. Peace.